Hey everyone. It is time for Twitter Scope, and I wanted to just say welcome to everyone. I'll give folks a few seconds to hop on there, but if you're joining us on the replay, very glad you could make it here. Let me turn this camera around. Oh, hey, hey guys. I am going to, this is something about this. Hey, thanks for joining us. It is time for Twitter Scope. Oy, it's been a morning. Let me just say, I'm glad you're here. Don Carter at decart, there's the camera, at decart on the socials. Every day we're here pushing back the veil of ignorance that surrounds Twitter, one scope at a time. This is Twitter Scope episode 63 and Taco Tuesdays. It just happens to be Tuesday when I'm filming this, but you may be watching it on the replay. It may not be Tuesday, but when we're on Tuesdays here, Taco Tuesday, we look at small businesses. Today, I'm going to focus on a Twitter stream, even though this small business uses a lot of different platforms. What I want to do is kind of give you a little taste of a way that you can use Twitter as a part of all the other online things that you're doing. I think one of the mistakes that people make, or just not even knowing, is thinking that, oh, I can only do one channel. I'm going to show you a great example of someone who's killing it across a lot of different channels. So this is who we're going to look at today. We're going to be looking at Dueling Designs. She's a fashion blogger. She's up in Canada, and I actually got to meet her at Summit Live. But that's not why I'm doing it, just to shout out a friend, even though she's very wonderful. What I want to do is show you guys some great things you can learn about what she's doing with Twitter and how it works with her other channels. And again, Taco Tuesday, every Tuesday we talk about how some small business is killing it. I don't know how Taco Tuesday was even created, probably because some restaurant had seats on a Tuesday night that needed to get filled. I don't know, no idea, but it's catchy, and I wanted to go. Hey, speaking of catch, let me show you all the old episodes you can find on catch.me/decart. Hey, welcome. Want to let you guys know every single day we're here, and I'm going to turn this camera around this because I want to keep these closer to 5 minutes. So what we're looking at here, again, for those of you who may not know, we are looking at Dueling Designs. She's a fashion blogger, and I want to show you an example of some cool stuff that I was really enjoying about her Twitter stream. These are things that you can copy and do, not the fashion part, that's like hard to do, but the things that she's doing on Twitter. So let me go ahead and scooch this over. There we go. So now you're seeing, isn't that a great graphic? I love this retro thing. So one of the things she's doing, let's go back up to the top of her tweet stream, and here we go. This is her Twitter profile. Is that a nice Twitter profile or what? Clean, really interesting, fun profile. But one of the first thing I want to show you, and we've talked about this before, is she used great use of, look at this, a pinned tweet. She uses a pinned tweet. And we talked about this a couple days ago. What is a pinned tweet? All a pinned tweet is when people come to your website, you see this little thing up here where it says pinned tweet. When someone visits your site for the first time, the first impression, it's a way of highlighting one of the tweets that you did and kind of putting it at the top. That's very, very valuable real estate in the Twitter world, your first tweet. That's the first thing someone sees when they click on your user profile. So she has pinned a tweet. She's got an advertisement for a blab that she's starting. And again, remember I told you, one of the reasons why I am highlighting her is that not only does she use as a pinned tweet, but that Twitter is just one of the many ways that this business is interacting with her tribe. I love, love, love this idea. Sometimes people are just stuck to Facebook. Sometimes they are just using Blab. That's a newer one. Some people are just doing Periscope. But the interesting thing about what this Twitter stream is showing me is that there are a lot of different ways that her users are connecting with her and that she connects with others. The nice thing I see too, and again, I'm always going to say this, you guys know me, is look at this. She is interactive. Look at this. She's responsive and she's interactive. Twitter is just one of the many ways, but she's responsive. She's got people that are giving shout outs and then she responds back. And again, and I'll just throw this in as a freebie. Remember we talked about that question of when do you quote? When do you want to When you want to respond to someone, do you want to just respond or retweet? She is using the quote feature to actually give context. So she's letting you see who she's interacting with and then providing her response. I hope that makes, hey Jeremy, welcome. I want to hope that makes sense. So again, she's using that quote feature to respond to people instead of just, if someone sends you a tweet, I'll give you an example. Let me go ahead and just go into here, into my notifications. I'm getting a little detour, but I want to show, it's important. Oh, thanks Jeremy for sharing that. So if someone sends that there's a tweet that sends a tweet to me, let me just find one, retweeted. I don't care about likes and tweets. I want someone talking to me. There we go. So if I want to respond to Nick, I could either just reply, but the better way, so I could say, hey Nick, great to talk to you, or I could hit retweet and then add my comment there. Do you see what I do? When you hit retweet, his initial thing that prompted my response shows up down below, so my response goes up above. That was just a little, and then I hit retweet. So just wanted to show you that real quick. Hope that made sense, but you can see that that's what she does. And that's, again, that's why I like, where did my tab go? Okay. Anyway, so let's go ahead. I'm going to just go into her website real quick again, because we're just showing you a really, really quick example. What I wanted to show you, and this is what you guys can go check out the blog on your own. She does these challenges where she'll show a design and people vote. Very interactive, excellent, excellent interaction with the community. She explains the other things that she does, but this is the key right here, guys. Look at this. And again, remember my point number 2. Twitter is only one of many ways to interact with your tribe. She makes it so, so easy to find her. You can find her on Twitter, on Facebook, on Periscope, or Pinterest, I'm sorry, on Instagram. These are places where you can find her visual things and she'll interact with you. But she's also interacting on, let me go ahead, flip this around. Okay. But she's also interacting with her tribe, as you could see. She's interacting with everyone on Blab. She just started a Blab show. She's also on Periscope. So again, my hat's off to Dueling Designs, fashion blogger. It's just me. She's my small business tip for the day. And these are the recap of the reasons why I like what she's doing on Twitter. She uses that pinned tweet. I was going to say pinned tweet. Whatever, pinned tweet function to highlight something that she wants to make clear for the people that are visiting her Twitter stream. She uses the pinned tweet option. Number 2, Twitter is just one of the many ways she's interacting with her tribe. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant stuff, you guys. And the cool thing is this stuff is free. Remember, small businesses have small budgets. They have small time. So you might look at this and go, that's too many ways to interact. The thing is, guys, you make time for what is important. If building a tribe for her business is important, which obviously it is, you're going to put in a little bit of that time to be able to connect with people. It really comes down to connecting with your customers where they hang out. Where do they hang out? So your business may not need to use Pinterest, may not to use half of these channels. Don't stress. Just find out where your customers are and interact with them there. And then finally, responsive. I'm going to always highlight responsiveness because I cannot tell you in this day and age how many people with Twitter profiles I will @mention or you will say something about them and they never respond. So that we're going to change the culture. Remember, we're the culture makers. So we're going to change the suckish culture of Twitter. Every single day I'm here on Twitterscope. Thanks you guys so much for hopping on. I hope these well, no, you know what? I don't hope because I know these have been valuable because I'm starting to see you guys do some of these tips, which just warms my teacher heart. And you're also sending me your questions. So thank you. Use Twitterscope right there. Use that hashtag Twitterscope. And I promise I will answer your questions. If you're catching this on the replay, you can catch any of these past episodes. I lost my card. Catch any of these past episodes on catch.me/decart. You guys, thanks so much for joining me every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. I will be here tomorrow, and tomorrow's Wednesday, hump day. So we're always talking about some common problem. So especially if you guys know a problem that you keep hearing people talk about, or you yourself have experienced on Twitter, go ahead and tweet that out using Twitterscope or @decart, and I'll address that. See you guys later. I will talk to you later, and let's continue to push back that veil of ignorance around Twitter every single day. Bye. Oh, and now you guys, do I not do this? Oh.